This is the 9th vocabulary unit for English 4. I'm Miss Dayton. As always, I will give you the word, the part of speech, the definition, and an example. Let's begin. Our first word is unwanted. Unwanted is an adjective. The definition is unaccustomed or unusual. So for example, the dog walked in an unwanted manner after being forced to wear boots. Our next word is minutia. Minutia is a noun. The definition is the small, precise, or trivial details of something. So for example, on her first day of work, Heather was introduced to the minutia of the office by her manager and colleagues. Our next word is irreparable. Irreparable is an adjective. The definition is impossible to rectify or repair. So for example, the accident caused irreparable damage to the house. Our next word is euphemism. Euphemism is a noun. The definition is a mild or indirect word or expression substituted for one considered to be too harsh or blunt when referring to something unpleasant or embarrassing. So for example, instead of coming out and saying he was fired, Josh's boss utilized the euphemism, "We're going to have to let you go." Our next word is allege. Allege is a verb. The definition is claim or assert that someone has done something illegal or wrong, typically without proof that that is the case. So for example, the teacher alleged she was cheating after catching her taking furtive glances at her lap. Our next word is moot. Moot is an adjective. The definition is subject to debate, dispute, or uncertainty, and typically not admitting of a final decision. So for example, discussing politics around my family is typically a moot point. Everyone has completely different opinions. Our next word is loath. Loath is an adjective. The definition is reluctant, unwilling. So for example, the loath dog did not want to go outside in the rain. Our next word is counterpart. Counterpart is a noun. The definition is a person or thing holding a position or performing a function that corresponds to that of another person or thing in another place. So for example, Superman is typically Batman's counterpart in justice, except in the new movie. Our next word is abstruse. Abstruse is an adjective. The definition is difficult to understand, obscure. So for example, math is an abstruse subject to Miss Dayton. Our next word is tantamount. Tantamount is an adjective. So the definition is equal in seriousness to, virtually the same as. So for example, in Mean Girls, Katie is told that joining the mathletes is tantamount to social suicide. Our next word is fervent. Fervent is an adjective. The definition is having or displaying a passionate intensity. So for example, Philadelphia sports teams are often the most fervent. Our next word is emulate. Emulate is a verb. The definition is match or surpass, typically a person or achievement, typically by imitation. So, for example, little children often try to emulate their older siblings. Our next word is inordinate. Inordinate is an adjective. The definition is unusually or disproportionately large, excessive. So for example, towards the end of the semester, Jordan found himself with an inordinate amount of work. Our next word is incarcerate. Incarcerate is a verb. The definition is to imprison or confine. So for example, Maggie found herself incarcerated for drinking and driving. And finally, our last word is hapless. Hapless is an adjective. The definition is unfortunate. So for example, the hapless man lost his car keys, got dumped by his girlfriend, and spilled coffee all over himself, all in the same day. Alright, well that's it for this vocab unit. Your Unit 9 vocabulary quiz will be on Wednesday, February 1st, 2017. Your packet will be due on the same day, so make sure you study and do what you need to succeed.